Sometimes, the people who treat you with the most kindness are the ones you trust the least, not because they've done anything wrong, but because something about their kindness feels unfamiliar. A stranger holds the door open. A coworker remembers your favorite coffee. Someone notices you've been quieter than usual and asks, "Are you okay?" Most people see these as simple moments of care, but your mind doesn't. It pauses. Why are they being so nice? Do they want something? What's the catch? Before you even realize it, you've turned a simple act of kindness into something that needs to be analyzed. And maybe you've experienced this in smaller ways too. Someone gives you a genuine compliment, and instead of feeling happy, you immediately search for a reason they're wrong. Someone offers to help you, and your first instinct is to say, "No, I'm fine." Someone shows up for you, and instead of feeling safe, a small part of you wonders how long it will last. If you've ever felt guilty after someone helped you, if compliments make you uncomfortable, or if receiving care feels harder than giving it, this isn't because you're ungrateful, cold, or incapable of love. It means your mind learned a different lesson about what kindness means. The strange part is, you probably don't remember learning it, because no one ever sat you down and said, "Don't trust kind people." Life teaches that lesson quietly. Maybe kindness only appeared after you'd achieved something. Maybe affection disappeared the moment you made a mistake. Maybe every favor came with an invisible debt. Maybe you learned that people could be warm one day and distant the next. And slowly, without you realizing it, your brain created a rule. Nothing is ever truly free. Every smile has a reason. Every compliment has a motive. Every act of kindness comes with a price. Your brain doesn't just remember how people treated you, it studies those experiences and creates expectations for what relationships are supposed to feel like. If care once felt inconsistent, conditional, or emotionally expensive, your brain didn't simply forget those moments. It adapted, because your brain isn't designed to make you happy first. It's designed to protect you, and sometimes protection looks like expecting disappointment before it arrives. That's why, years later, someone genuinely wants to help you, and something inside you becomes cautious. Not because they're dangerous, but because your mind is trying to understand something it was never taught to trust. Think about the last compliment you received. Someone says, "You did an amazing job." Do you simply accept it, or does your mind immediately start searching for a reason it isn't true? "I just got lucky. It wasn't that difficult. Anyone could have done it." It's almost automatic, like your mind refuses to let something positive enter without questioning it first. Because when your self-image has been shaped by years of criticism, rejection, or feeling like you weren't enough, kindness can feel like information that doesn't belong. Sometimes, it feels unbelievable, and there's a reason for that. Your brain often mistakes familiarity for safety. We don't always trust what's healthiest. We trust what feels familiar. If criticism was familiar, encouragement can feel suspicious. If chaos were familiar, peace could feel uncomfortable. If affection were unpredictable, consistency could almost feel fake. Imagine someone who's lived beside a noisy train track for years. Eventually, they stop noticing the noise. Then one day, they move somewhere completely quiet. Most people would think the silence feels peaceful, but to them, it feels strange. Their brain keeps waiting for the noise to return. Not because the noise was good, but because it was familiar. Our emotional lives work the same way. Sometimes peace doesn't feel peaceful. It simply feels unfamiliar. And unfamiliar things naturally make the brain cautious. There's another pattern many people never notice. The people who struggle the most to receive kindness are often the ones who learn to survive by giving it. They're the ones who remember everyone's birthday, the ones who check if everyone got home safely, the ones who listen for hours but rarely talk about themselves, the ones who make sure nobody else feels alone, because somewhere along the way, they learned that being needed felt safer than being cared for. When you're helping someone, you know your role, you know your value, you know why you're there. But when someone tries to care for you, something changes. Now you have to trust. Now you have to be vulnerable. Now you have to believe someone can stay even when you're not useful. And that can feel terrifying, because carrying everyone's weight feels easier than discovering whether someone would carry yours. But safety and connection are not the same thing. Real connection requires something much harder. It requires believing that someone can care about you without you having to earn it first. It requires allowing yourself to be seen without constantly proving your worth. And for a mind that spent years protecting itself, that can feel incredibly vulnerable. But here's what I hope you remember. The fact that kindness feels suspicious doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means your mind became incredibly good at surviving the world it experienced. Those thoughts, what do they want? Can I trust this? It wasn't created because you're broken. They existed because, at some point, they protected you. The challenge is that survival strategies don't always know when the danger has passed. They keep locking doors, even when you're finally home. Healing doesn't begin by forcing yourself to trust everyone. It begins by becoming curious about the invisible rules your mind has been following. Maybe kindness doesn't always need an explanation. Maybe every compliment isn't a trap. Maybe not every helping hand comes with invisible strings attached. And maybe there are genuinely kind-hearted people who choose to treat others with care, not because they want something from you, not because they expect something in return, but simply because kindness is part of who they are. The goal isn't to trust everyone blindly, it's to slowly recognize that some people are sincere. And not every act of kindness comes with a hidden motive. So the next time someone offers you genuine kindness, don't force yourself to react differently. Just notice what happens inside you. What story does your mind tell before the facts get a chance to speak? Because once you see the story, it slowly starts losing its power. You can thank the part of yourself that learned to survive while gently teaching it that not everything belongs to the past. Because sometimes the hardest thing to accept isn't that someone hurt you, it's that someone might actually be there for you. And maybe, slowly, you'll learn that not every open door is a trap. Not every kind word has a hidden meaning. Not every person who cares is waiting for something in return. Some people are simply kind. And maybe the kindness you've spent years questioning is the same kindness you've always deserved to receive.